Hey, welcome back to this very special video conversation series. I'm Paul Adams with Video Plus, and we've been spending time with Darren Hardy, publisher and editorial director of Success Magazine, and he's been sharing some really outstanding ideas on how to prevent one of the most disturbing and chronic issues we face in direct selling, and that is new recruit fallout and the strategies companies can employ to boost retention, sustainability, and productivity. If you've missed any bit of the previous sessions, let me recommend you get caught up. There are links below to the previous two video sessions. In just a few short minutes, Darren has been able to identify some common issues that most direct selling companies face. The reason they're so common is simple. We're dealing with people and how people react to new challenges and opportunities. Generally speaking, it's not hard to predict certain reactions, and Darren has been great at helping to identify some of the specific thoughts and behaviors that can negatively impact our businesses. In this session, I have an exciting announcement to share, and I want to cap our conversation with a few final questions for Darren. I want Darren to help complete the suggestions on what you can do as a company leader to prevent new recruit fallout. The bottom line is that we want to create a deeper commitment to your business and improve individual productivity and success in your business. So first of all, Darren, to wrap up much of the discussion we've had up to now, I know you've been involved in the training and development programs of really a number of high-performance sales organizations. From your experience, where should a company focus their training in order to engage a new rep and ultimately help them be successful in this business?
Well, there are only a few areas that you can train people to be successful, really in any field. And before I mention those three areas, let's back up and figure out, what kind of people do you really want in your business? I mean, what qualities and attributes do you really want? So think of the most successful people in the world and then use a single word to describe them. This could be people like Richard Branson, Steve Jobs, Oprah Winfrey, a leader you look up to, or your best field leader ever. What words would you use to describe them? If you could build the model of the ideal representative, what words would you build to build them with? When I do this exercise in front of a large group, I'll hear words like passionate and positive and confident and enthusiastic and disciplined and positive attitude, and they're punctual or hardworking, loyal, dedicated, persistent, fantastic communicator, great presenter, excellent people skills, well-liked, honest, caring, authentic. Oh, and of course we have to add committed. So now those three areas of training that you could focus on are skills and tactics, product knowledge, and then attitude. So when considering those three areas, where do you think most companies' leaders think their people need to learn and study the most? Where do most companies spend the most time training their people on? Unfortunately, most of the time is spent on product knowledge and specific skills and tactics, the scripts, what to say when, how to do this or that, features and specifics on the products, etc. However, when you describe the most successful people in the world and the attributes you want most in a field leader, little to none of those descriptions have anything to do with product knowledge, and very few were specifically skill-based. Most all the attributes responsible for the most successful people in the world and the most successful people in your company have more to do with attitude than anything. So I recommend companies allocate the same proportion to their training, reinforcing and fortifying their representatives' attitude, their mindset, and their personal philosophy more than anything else if they want to help them be more successful, which will in turn increase their revenue.
No, you're exactly right. And I know here at Video Plus, we've been a strategic partner with direct selling companies for over 20 years, and we know very well what you're talking about. There are significant emotional, mental, behavioral, lifestyle challenges that people face when getting into their new business, in this industry. We also know, and we've witnessed firsthand, that those companies that excelled the greatest and the longest are those that fostered a culture of personal development. I mean, if we look closely at all the largest and most successful companies, this culture is a clear part of their success. That's why I know, Video Plus prodded you to address many of the issues and brand new person faces to have you personally escort them through those challenges. You accepted the challenge and developed and recorded a special program specifically for this. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, all the emotional, mental, and behavioral issues that we've discussed in this video series thus far have been packaged into a single program. You're right that this is the most important area of any direct selling or network marketing organization to address. It's that brand new person just getting started. As a field organization grows, it's that outside ring that is most important. It's kind of like a grass fire. as it burns, it's always hottest on the outside of the circle. And that's where the new people just getting started exist. That's where the future growth of the company exists. That's where the bulk of the revenue will come from. The wider it gets, the further away it gets from the center, the harder it is to control, assist, and protect those brand new people just getting started. That is why there needs to be a standardized system that reaches them where they need the help and the guidance the most, at the time that they need the help and the guidance the most. So the program we put together connects the new person just getting started and helping them, what I call, make the shift from being maybe an employed person into a self-employed person, from somebody who were dependent on a system set up by somebody else to being self-reliant and self-motivated themselves. It initially validates their fears and uncertainties and then helps them move past them. It also helps eliminate all the typical excuses somebody comes into or what they might excuse themselves for potentially leaving. I call them the mental justifiers to quitting. It also clearly explains that the industry, the company they join, the products and services that they sell, the compensation plan are proven. They're already working. People less smart, connected, capable, financially flush have already made a success of it. The only X factor, the only thing left to determine whether they're going to be successful in this business or not is them. And it also emotionally locks them in and moves their decision to do this business from their head and their wallet into their heart, as we've talked about, by teaching them how to connect with their personal and deepest and deeply personal why, their compelling and passionate reason for sticking with this and why to make it work. It also teaches them the value of ongoing personal development to improving themselves, which we all know is important, but they don't quite know yet, and so we're going to give them the reasons why that's important. So the program also helps sort of set the expectations and gives them the forewarnings about the potential landmines that would have blown them out of the business altogether if they had stepped on them unexpectedly. And then I think one of the most important outcomes is, I believe the program has them walk away with a confident conclusion, and that is, I think I can do this. That's the most important outcome I think any initial training helping somebody get started can make. It also challenges them to go into immediate action and on a fearless pursuit of getting their first 10 no's. And then lastly, I think it cements their commitment. It sells them on the mantra of be here a year from now. Just be here a year from now. And in the process, commit to the system and tools that the company has set up, and then simply repeat the fundamentals over and over and over again.
You know, Darren, I'm really excited about this because I think it hits on something that this industry needs. As you know, I've worked with several credible third-party endorsers of the industry, but I don't know another one that has ever taken the steps you've taken to address the key issues that a brand new person faces like you have. Your use of the best practices in human behavior and performance science, these are going to truly help educate and support them through those issues and move them into success. It's a huge benefit, not only for the companies who want to see their sales field grow and perform better, but also for that individual who has a dream. Their dream is to take control of their own life and their own financial future. You're giving them a chance to succeed before their dreams are squashed. I hope you've enjoyed this exclusive series we put together for you. It took a lot of planning and a little coaxing to pull it off. In the end, we understand that a single idea can be the difference you're looking for. And we hope you picked up at least one good idea that you can implement and improve your new representative retention and productivity, even just a little bit. Our mission is to continue to look for ways to help you grow. Stay tuned to this blog for more. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you down the road.